going to bring on the executive director of the Guam Housing and Urban Renewal Authority, Mr. Ray Topasna. Good morning, Ray.
Hi, Ray. Are you there?
Good morning, Chris.
Oh,
There you go.
Well, it's been a pretty eventful weekend, and just in chatting with you over the phone, there's just a whole bunch of stuff that we want to catch up with you on. But I guess first we'll go ahead and discuss this viral video that had gone out. And guys, we have this video, so we're going to go ahead and pop this on real quick, Ray, for our viewers here. Renewal Authority, Mr. Ray Topasna. Good morning.
Partner, you guys work at GHURA? You guys work at GHURA? No. And you guys are drinking beer and you're driving the car and you hit my car with your door?
I'm the one that... Yeah.
So you guys work at GHURA, right? Driving a 24-hour vehicle?
Your car is not damaged.
It doesn't matter. You guys work at GHURA? Yes, I am. And you're drinking beer. Thank you.
Type of deal, right? Yeah. Okay. So you get that. I'm pretty sure you said I got it on WhatsApp like 20 times. So Ray, I guess just for, let's get that out of the way. What's your official response to that?
Well, first of all, the person who actually filmed the video never reached out to GHURA and filed an official complaint. So aside from the video being sent to me from different sources, I mean, that's all I have. But I have to say, we've already addressed it administratively. And that's probably a GovGuam record because I did it within 24 hours. But nonetheless, we didn't even hear from this person. The video itself is, in my opinion, inconclusive. I mean, you have somebody drinking in a restaurant. I think there were two separate videos that was sent to me. One had the official vehicle, the other one didn't. So, I did what I could given what was presented to me, but we never received an official complaint. So I'll leave it at that.
But you can confirm they are GHURA employees?
No. Actually, what I can confirm is one is a GHURA employee, the other one isn't.
All right. And then do you know around what time? I mean, do they work at night, GHURA? It looked like it was at night. Is it
GHURA is a 24-hour operation because we house about 4,802 families, and we don't. Something can happen in the middle of the night. They can have a clogged toilet or a water leak. So our maintenance guys have to respond to it. So yeah, it's a 24-hour operation. We do have 24-hour vehicles. But again, I never received an official complaint, and I had to act based on what I did receive.
So what exactly happened? You just talked to the GHURA employee?
Well, as you know, it's a person. I can't get into the details. I can just assure you that we did take administrative action.
Okay.
All right. And then the next thing I had on my agenda here with you was there was a release that Congressman Nicholas had come out with, and then I got your release. This is about CARES Act funds that your department or your agency is going to be dispersing. Can you walk us back through this, Ray?
Okay, let me start with the congressman. He issued a press release saying, there's all this money that was provided to GHURA via the CARES Act. And he is correct. However, there are processes that we have to follow. There are guidelines that we must adhere to, and ultimately it requires HUD approval. So while we're undergoing that process, he's issued more than one press release saying that he hasn't seen any tangible results. Perhaps the congressman can issue or can work with Congress to maybe streamline the federal processes. these are not my guidelines. These are not my requirements. It's the federal requirements, and we need to ensure that we have a clean audit when all the money is spent. So we're going as fast as we can. And, you know, I just want to remind the congressman that we have to follow federal rules, federal laws, just like everybody else who receives federal funding.
Yeah, Ray, and that being said, do you think that it would be better served if the congressman, instead of constantly coming out with these releases that are critical of, you know, every single thing our local government does, do you think that it would have been better for him to say, how can I help?
Yeah, I've never heard, you know, I've been on the job for 18 months and never got a phone call from him, never got an email from him. But my suggestion to the congressman, if you want that money spent, maybe you can pass legislation that could streamline these processes. We have to follow him. The easy part of the job probably is appropriating the money. The hard part is making sure all the I's are dotted and all the T's are crossed, and you have a clean audit at the end of the day.
You know, I thought this was interesting because these are funds that are supposed to assist with mortgages. And I remember that there was something back with the congressman when he was a landlord, something with Section 8. And then I was kind of thinking about it over the weekend. Was there ever any resolution with that, Ray?
Actually, I can't get into too much detail. I can say it's not resolved. Back in 2017, I believe there was, this is what was before my time, but there was an issue with respect to the congressman not disclosing a conflict. I believe either he or a member of his family was a landlord. Well, federal law prohibits you from being an elected official and being a landlord. And he failed to disclose that there was a conflict. So, it became an issue with GHURA. And as of right now, I can honestly say the issue is not a closed matter. I just recently received a letter from federal authorities asking for full reimbursement with local funds. So, it's an open-ended issue.
So, Ray, how much of the, you know, aside from the concerns from Congressman Nicholas, how much of this CARES Act money has actually gone to these nonprofit organizations to assist with low to moderate income families?
Well, millions of dollars. Keep in mind, even pre-COVID, we had been contracting with our nonprofits and NGO partners with respect to dealing with or trying to combat homelessness. So, with the COVID-19 funding, we are in the process of doing more work. Some of the things I've already talked about in the media, from rent relief to mortgage relief. And we hope to get final approval from HUD by the end of this week. And if so, then we'll have a press release basically alerting the public as to how these funds are going to be spent.
Okay, but as of current, the money has not been spent. This, I guess, $6 million or so in CARES Act money.
3.5 million and 2.6 to be exact. No, we haven't spent that until we get the blessings from HUD. And it's the processes that we have to follow. Until we get the final approval, we can't spend the money.
Okay.
All right. Can I go just real quick back to that? You said this issue was unresolved and you just got a letter from HUD asking for full reimbursement. Can you tell us anything else about that, Ray?
No, I didn't say I got a letter from HUD. I did say I got a letter from federal authorities. So,
okay.
I don't get into too much trouble. But basically, I got a letter saying this matter should have been resolved, and it wasn't. Therefore, we'd like you to pay back with non-federal sources this amount of money, and that's where we are today.
Okay, so we'll be sure to follow up on that. You know, another thing that blipped on our radar, we were kind of laughing about it last week, was this ethics complaint that you had filed against Minority Leader Senator Tello Taitagui. And so we actually have the clip from the session, Ray, so we're going to go ahead and pop that up here for everybody. And then I want to kind of go into the weeds with you on this, because I think it does raise some interesting points. Okay, let me set up on my end. Like I promised you guys, there are definitely going to be some technical difficulties. And this SOT here is from a May hearing, or Minority Leader Senator Talatagui was interacting with a nominee to the GHURA board.
Are you familiar with any lawsuit that was implemented by this current director toward the board?
No, I'm not.
Okay, well, I'm saying this as a friend. I suggest you look into that, because if you do become a member of this board, and if you are going to be part of a lawsuit, then you might rethink that.
Okay, yeah, I just want to clarify for the record, Anisha, you're not going to be sued. It's ironic that Senator Taitagui would mention that the $50 million that was rigged in the previous administration. The lawsuit that was filed back in 2015. So just for the record, you're not going to be part of that lawsuit. And she was she was a senior staffer to the previous governor when all of these improprieties were occurring at the housing authority. I also just want to state that I mentioned that Anisha and I go back 2 decades. It's very important for me and the board to be on the same team and be on the same page. It's very important that we protect nearly $80 million in federal funding that we receive. It's very important that that the tax credits, the federal tax credits that we issue out or we allocate every year, about 20 plus million, that we build affordable homes and it's not diverted to attorneys like it was in the previous administration. And, and when the governor asked me whether I was interested in coming back to GHURA, I made it very clear to her that the board and I need to be on the same page, and we need to protect federal funds because we have nearly 3,000 people on our wait list. These are the people that are the most vulnerable. And these are the people that were taken full advantage of in previous years. I have to say for the record, the new board appointed under the current governor has not had any secret meetings, has not rigged any contracts, and we work collectively in the best interest of the people of Guam.
I would ask everybody to, let's be nice on the Zoom. Thank you. Senator Teller.
Mr. Chair, I'm always nice. I just bring out the facts and call it the way it is. That's all. It's important to see that, that whoever is being nominated to this position, that they know it comes with the good, the bad, and, anything else that comes in between. And if the director, and my point is that the director sued the board. So if this director can sue the previous board, nothing stopped him from suing this board too. So just be prepared. Whoever takes on this position, I have the utmost respect to go into something like the lion's den, especially in GHURA, and the reputation of the director, well, look at the past history itself. So I just want to make sure that this individual knows exactly what she's getting to. And I do it as a friend, wanting to do this, say this to her so she's well aware. So I thank you again, Mr. Chair, for the opportunity.
That has got to be the first time I ever heard asking for a friend on the legislative floor. Okay, so...
Ray, when did you file this ethics complaint?
I believe I did. I have it in front of me. I filed it on June 19th, but I actually reached out to Senator San Agustin, I believe 3 weeks prior.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I was told that there isn't a form, there isn't a mechanism for filing an ethics complaint. So I basically had to just come up with my own format, right, and submit it. But yeah, I mean, everyone wants to claim during an election year that the timing is political, but I'll have I open my mouth all year long, not only during the election year. So
yeah, you do.
If improper.
Right. Ray, though, I mean, you did sue the board, though, right? Of GHURA.
I'm sorry?
You did sue the board. And so what we were, and we actually have Senator